ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. Welcome to the segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation for today. Dhanasari Mahalla Panjama Moh Masakin Prabh Naam Adhar Khatan ko har har rozgar Sanchan ko har ek ko naam Halat palat taake aave kaam. This is the first stanza. So, Moh Masakin Prabh Naam Adhar. Naam, the wisdom of the Prabh or the self, is my support. Moh Masakin. Maskeen, poor, humble, destitute, lowly, has a whole range of connotation to it. But here it implies being without ego. Khatan ko har har rozgar. To earn a living, my daily work is the har, the self. My business is with the self. And sanchan ko har eko naam. What I accumulate is the wisdom of the one har. Halat palat taake aave kaam. Why? Because this alone, this process alone that he has just described is of use in the present and the future, always. So he refers to himself, Guru Arjan, as maskeen. What he means is this is a state of being without the ego. This is the recommendation. What he means by that is a living that is unarmored, without defenses put up by the ego. It signifies an open receptivity to life. We put up barriers, bulwarks of the ego. So that is what he means by maskeen. He's not talking about being literally destitute or poor. He's talking about not having these defenses, being open, exposed, vulnerable. And so for such an individual with such a state of mind, work becomes creative participation, you see, instead of a survival game. And accumulation becomes freedom from fear rather than hoarding against any perceived loss in the future. So what Guruji has done here, he has turned the inner logic of life's economic and existential structure upside down. Success and security are not outward things, but an inner state of mind. And now in the Rahau, he continues, Naam mein ratte prabh rang apar, sad gave gun ek nirankar. Naam mein ratte implies those who are steeped in the wisdom of the name. Rang apar, they are infused with love for the boundless Prabh. Sad gave gun ek nirankar. Sad, the awakened mind. What does the awakened mind do? It sings, gave. It sings to the virtues of the Formless One. That means it expresses virtues. It embodies virtues. So to be steeped in the wisdom of Naam, Namme Ratte is soaked, being totally soaked. It implies that you are now in resonance and harmony with life. The coloration, the tone of your life is that of playful love. And Rang is an enduring tone. It is not temporary. It is a settled coloration of life. In such a situation, when you're soaked in love, striving ceases. You're not striving anymore. So that's the central message, to be soaked in love of the Prabh. Love of life, essentially. The second stanza after the Rahau. साध की शोभा अति मसकीनी संत वडाई हर जस चीनी आनंद संतन कै भगत गोविंद सुख संतन कै बिरसी चिंद. साध की शोभा अति मसकीनी. Maskini, we talked about being unarmored, without protection, without ego. Humility, he says, is the glory of the Sadh, the awakened one. And the very greatness of the Sadh lies in its discernment of that wisdom. Sant Vadeyai Harajastini. Because the Sant, the Sadh, has absorbed it. And they are in bliss because they are now completely devoted to Govind. Anand Santanaka Bhagat Govind. Sukha Santanaka Bin Sachind. Their peace comes from disappearance of anxiety. The third stanza. Jeh Sadh Santan hoveh ikatra, teh har jas gaveh नाद कवित साध सभा में आनंद बिसराम उन संग सो पाए जिस मस्तक कराम. जह साध संतन होवे एकत्र. Ekatra is coming together. Where awakened minds come together, there the praise of the Har Self resonates. And it resonates, tai har jas gave, it resonates in living expression. Naad kavit, music, poetry. Naad is sound, kavit is poetry. And in their assembly, Sadh Sabha mein, there is joyful repose, Ananda Bisaram. And you are truly blessed if you find such company. Un sang so paye, jis mastak karam. So you see, when one comes in association with awakened minds, a sacred space is created. This is a sacred topography, right? It comes together not through any institutional structure, but through the convergence of sanctified, awakened minds. So Harjas, which is sung through Naad Kavit, Naad means the primordial sound, the creative principle underlying all existence, sabad, while kavit refers to poetic composition. So it is not just an ordinary lyrical work, but it represents the experience, an aesthetic experience, rasa. Naad kavit gives you the ras. Language, sabad, becomes the means by which this shabad resonates in you, and you find resonance with Naam through that. Because when you come together with awakened minds, the Guru is mystically present there, and he enables transformation. And that transformation moves you from perpetual anxiety to Ananda Bisaram. The concluding verse, Doe kar jod kari ardas, charan pakhare kaha guntas, Prabh dayal kirpal hajure, Nanak jeeve santa ture. Palms folded, Doe kar jod. This is the standard gesture for supplication, kari ardas. Charan pakhari, kaha guntas. I wash their feet. implying I learn from the awakened mind, because they are treasure troves of virtue, divine excellences. Kahan Guntas. Prabh Dayal Kirpal Hajur, the Prabh, which is compassionate, gracious, ever present within us. It is by its grace that Nanak lives in the dust of such steady ones. Nanak Jiva Santa Tur. Letting go, surrender, is the only way to the wisdom of now. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.